Hi everyone, Kieran over Sapien from Filmstorm Studios, bringing you another look at our Uncharted climbing system. Today I've actually sort of implemented the IK system. It's still super dodgy and very much work in progress, but now we actually have a lot more one-to-one movement. And as you can see, it should be like down here, I've actually implemented a controller overlay so you can actually see what I'm pushing on the controller. So as you can see, as I'm pushing around, we're getting really nice one-to-one movement with the stick, and the same on the other side. And if I push it like a little bit, you can see we get all that nice little in-between motion. And I've got the hand switching a little bit nicer on the wall, and that's due to the IK. If I really stretch, you can see it's off center here a little bit, but I think that's just because of a slight animation problem. I'll just need to edit that. Basically, I've also managed to get my 360 degree angle working. So as you can see, we've got the angle to target. So if I push up, the way the angle works is if you draw a line around here, this will be the positive 180 area. And from around the bottom to the top, this is negative 180 to negative 1, so that creates a 360. But we use, so if I come around, you can see we go down to 180, and then if we switch sides, we go up from negative 180 all the way up to negative 1. And the reason for this is for my next implementation, which will be jumping between ledges. So we'll be having put the variable into here with the input angle, so I can say, okay, if I'm pushing it's like 75 degrees or 45 degrees here, we would then choose the 45 degree animation, the jump animation between that ledge, and then I'd also have to create two strengths of the animation. So if you jump in here, I'll split this view. So if I jump at an input magnitude, so I'm only pushing the stick a little bit. So if I push this much, the jump won't have that much inertia, so we'll be able to recover a lot quicker. But if I push it all the way, we'll have like a little bit of a tumble on the wall when we land there. So that's the reason for that. Some things to note that aren't working as of yet. The hand to the ledge IK. So as you can see, we don't really have that in between target animation hitting the ledges, so her hand's always out just moving around, so we have to fix that up. We have some sort of like a ledge movement system, but yeah, that's completely work in progress. We actually have an automatic system, so when the hand gets over the ledge, we'll move down to that ledge, and of course if the ledge is out of range, we can always jump to that ledge. As you can see, on the controller, the jump button's square at the moment. I'll have to change that to X. But yeah, as you can see, we can kind of guide the character along these ledges, and of course we'll be able to refine it a lot more once we have some more animations set up. And then to show you, the only thing that you need to have on a ledge is the layer, which is ledge, and that helps guide where we are going. So it's pretty much as simple as chucking some points down, and let's make some more go up here, and that way I can show you that this system's all pretty much just working off its actual collisions. There you go. And then of course we'll have to put up the ledge get up animation. But at the moment I'm just building the actual ledge system, and then of course it's going to get more complicated once we start to build for it to go around the corner, but we will look at that in a future thing. I just want to get the main concept working, and it makes it a lot easier to troubleshoot and get stuff working correctly. Otherwise, if you start to put like walking in and like jumping and climbing up the ledge, it's not gonna work. So it's better to do things in smaller steps, and you can still see that I'm still using the tech ledge gizmo. Yeah, so it's basically just watching how other people do it, and then trying to put your own take on it. And I played heaps of Uncharted on the weekend, just like researching and looking at how their systems work. And I even watched some of the GDC talks that Naughty Dog did about creating the animations and the climbing systems. I think it was Physics Animation, the GDC 2017 talk. You have to be a member to watch it, but I highly recommend it. It's really interesting. So I think that's all for this update, but it's we're refining it a lot. It's getting closer, slowly. It's a pretty big one-man job, but we'll get there. And I want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Alright guys, see you then.